This belt goes down there and goes around that one, comes back over here and goes over there.
Cheeto, what's that thing, like 150?
Maybe, yeah.
Welcome to another episode of the Wild West Farmer. Today is July the 21st. We're going to be running our fertilizer rig some this morning. We've got quite a bit on our list. We need to be working on the combine some this week. Big red plow, we're going to do a little bit of work to it, do some tweaking on it. We might be plowing layout ground at the end of the week, or Cheeto might be plowing layout ground by the end of this week. We'll just see. We're currently watering on all our pivots and drips. Besides the pivot that we're going to, we'll get that started up here shortly once we get it fertilized this morning. That's kind of what we're going to be doing this week, is just going through the motions, trying to get things prepared for milo harvest, get our fertilizer put out on our cotton, and just knock it out one step at a time. It's the interesting week. Cheeto's going to have another busy week this week. I'm going to have a busy week. Albert's going to have a busy week. But anyway, y'all stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed today's video.
Good morning. I'm filling up this nurse trailer to bring it to Casey. He is over there fertilizing. He had about 1,300 gallons in his rig. It was real heavy. And I'm gonna put 1,100 in this nurse tank right here and bring it over there so that he can just go to this end and fill up and then keep on going and get that field done. It's blooming. There's a ladybug. Smooth looking rig. So we get it fertilized, start the pivot up, do one quick round, and then make it go slower. And that way this cotton can just eat up this fertilizer and start growing, making a crop.
Some of this cotton is pretty big over here. We've put out 432 gallons on one outside pass, and we're about halfway done going the other way. So essentially a through and a half. Cheeto and Albert, they're gonna go up north. They're gonna take the big red sweet plow. I've got a set of roller cone baskets that go behind that plow that really kind of powder up the ground. It works good if we're gonna plant behind it, but this layout ground, we'll probably end up having to cover it 2 more times this summer. And I thought, you know, there's really no reason for those baskets just to be sitting back there turning, wearing out our bearings. So they're actually going to take those baskets off, and we're just going to run the harrows and the sweeps.
So we're over here by the big red plow. There's Albert. He brought the tractor. But we're going to take those off right quick. And then that's another thing off the list. But then it's probably on to combine things and stuff. It looks kind of naked right now. It'll work real good, and hopefully by the end of the week, well, hopefully it rains to where it can't plow. But if it don't rain too much, then later on this week I will be plowing with that rig right there, plowing that layout ground where the wheat was. That is the next thing I need to get to, and I guess I'm gonna start maybe burn those bags. Somebody needs to clean them. And then get these concaves out of here. So here I am at our combine. This is a 9860. And there's a pulley on this side that's out. We did run it. I think the bearing is just about to go out. It's squeaking and stuff. So luckily I got a new one right there. And it is that pulley. I can't really turn it now, but I want to see how to loosen that belt, take that pulley off and put it on. It looks like it's just a pulley. It's not going to be complicated. But one good thing about this combine, when you're working on taking out the concaves, they are in there by that black plastic. even though it's hot, you got yourself some shade. Sometimes a pain to work on the combine because it's so big. There's so many things and stuff on it is heavy, but it's also kind of fun. I enjoy doing all this mechanic stuff. So y'all stay tuned and check out doing all this. So after further inspection, this belt goes down there and goes around that one, comes back over here and goes over there. So I think this is the same belt as that. But I think I can loosen it. This is the tensioner right here. I can just loosen it and then quickly swap out my pulley and stuff. And I don't have to take the whole thing off because that would be quite the maze to put it back on. So I'm going to try to just sneak on in here right quick, change out that pulley, and then put it all back before anybody notices. Got it all loose, and that sounds a little wobbly. Sounds like it could probably be out. Let's get it changed. I got the new pulley in. The shiny one right there. And I got the belt tensioned up, back up. It was very tight and annoying in there, but I got it. And after lunch, I'm going to go start a pivot, and then I'm going to come back and change out these concaves. That'll be an adventure. Got this pivot fertilized and the water going. So quick pass and then slow it down. And that way this cotton will take off. I'm over here on the same field at this drip station. We got 2 filters that are sediment filters. I don't know, they're big. And then these are sand filters. I don't know what these are called, but they're big. There's just only one well for this drip. There's only 3 corners, and I do 2 at a time. And I'm also going to be starting this fertilizer on it. It goes through this little pump, and then it injects it right over there. So I'm going to get all of this started up, turn on the well. It goes directly in here, and it's good to go. Those got toasted right before I start a drip field. Casey taught me this. Go around and flip them to hand and then press them. And yep, they work. So you just release it, and then this way, when you go to your drip shed and you flip the switch, you're pretty certain that the well is going to start. Now I'm going to start this other drip up to get some of that June 18th Milo. Give it some water because it's drying out. So I'll get this one rolling, and then this little Milo will get watered, and I think it'll take off like crazy because it's got heat, and if it gets water, it'll probably be 3 feet taller in a day or 2.
Got some extra fertilizer that's in this sprayer that needs to go back in this yellow tank and eventually into a drip system on different farm. So I wrote down my gallons that I used here. We just ended up hauling too much. We were talking earlier and we got too much in that first load, and we didn't, it's just hard to measure it all. But we only needed 2,300 gallons, and that's what we ended up putting out. The rest of it, we don't want to waste it. I don't want to go put it out on some dry land or any of that. We're going to save it. We're going to put it back in some drips. So I've just got 2 hoses right here running full pipe into the top of this trailer. We'll go pump this back in the double cones, and it's just like it wasn't ever here, and we didn't waste any. Working out nice. Got 60 PSI on this boom right now. This morning we're going to be working on this combine. We got our Milo concaves here. We're going to be exchanging them out for these concaves that we have inside the combine right now. Cheeto's already got them loose. He's on the other side. That's what we thresh our wheat with, It's got just small wires in there. Looks like these in here are pretty dirty. Might need to blow those out a little better, but we're gonna swap them out for this, I guess it'd be called large wire. This is more for your milo crop, and it just makes the combine thresh a little different. So this one essentially is the same thing, but it just has half the amount of wires going through it. He's got this whole deal opened up in here. You can see in here really good. But essentially the crop comes through the header, goes through the feeder house, the feed accelerator, and this big rotor here turns, and it rubs that crop up against those new concaves that we have laying on the ground, threshes the seeds out. The seeds fall on these augers and then go through the air separation and sieve separation process, where it separates the chaff and debris away from the seed. And chaff and trash work their way all the way out to the back of the combine. So you can see way up in there. I think you can see Cheeto's hands maybe way up in there. He's waving. Quite the process that the grain takes just to make it through, but really it's pretty simple. Just a rotor turns real fast, knocks all the seeds off of the plant, and then use wind separation behind that to separate the trash from the seed. The seed are more dense. The seeds want to fall down with gravity, and the trash will come out with air through this gap. These are little spreaders that turn real fast that sling the debris, so you kind of have an even residue. These concaves are not light. They're super heavy. Cheeto, what's that thing weigh, 150?
Maybe, yeah.
And I'm just standing here holding the camera.
It's an awkward thing to hold.
It is. It's an awkward spot, especially that black deal in there, and just don't want to get your finger pinched. This linkage here with this little actuator, we can adjust the clearance, concave clearance, in between the threshing element and the concave to be more aggressive or less aggressive. But we want all the grain to get separated in this area of the combine the best we can, because if it continues going, well, it falls farther back, which is closer to the back of the combine. So you don't want to have rotor loss. You want to try to get it all threshed out in this first 3 foot or so. It's just a process, and it's amazing how it all works. You can only imagine how fast all this is spinning. This rotor, like for cutting wheat, this huge rotor, I mean, this thing's long, spins about 900 RPMs or 850. So 850 revolutions per minute is how fast this stuff is going. So you don't want to be nowhere near the inside of this when this combine's running. It's an extremely powerful machine. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to run back to the John Deere store. We've got about 8 more of these that have cracks in them. We ordered these green pieces. They're just laying here. They go up on the back side. That helps that crop from rolling behind this auger and going over the back. I really wanted the front piece, and we ended up getting the second piece back there. There's 3 steps of those. I guess it'd be like kind of like bumpers, like bowling ball. You know, the crop hits this and then slides down. Well, anyway, it's cracked off from here over. Same way on the back one back there. And get that on order. Then get some more bolts. We've got a bearing possibly going out on the inside. Those 4 little augers that auger the grain back on the inside under those concaves. We got an oil change to do. We just got a lot of things going on. So I guess we'll just go to the store and start ordering parts.
Well, we've been working all before lunch on this header now. Got the concave switched. Now we're doing the header, and these pieces right here, see how the thing is broken? One of us has got to be laying under there putting the nuts on, and the other one's on top holding the bolts. So it is a lot of work, and it's kind of hard, but I don't know if y'all can see. I'm pretty dirty. That's just part of it. Can't stay clean while farming.
I guess it's empty. Did you take the oil cap off?
It just has to travel along.
It's working now.
Okay. So I got the brand new oil filter right here. Check the numbers real quick. Yep. Now I'm putting the new one on. It's probably gonna take like 20 minutes to get the oil all out of here, but we're gonna cover this up so nothing gets in it. And I tightened the other one way too much, so we're gonna leave this one a little bit looser because don't want to do that again. That's dirty. I think it was time for a new one. Can you tell which one's the old one, which one's the new one? That's the old one. This is the inner, and this is the new inner. Better to do it now than to blow an engine. And finally, after half an hour to 45 minutes, the oil has all drained. And now this combine's about to get a tummy ache because it holds 11.08 gallons of oil. That is a lot of oil. I'm about to put it all in, and then the oil change is done. All we need to put on is the Milo fingers, and then we should be good to go. Albert's putting on all these Milo fingers. They go right here. They hook on to the little points, and that way the Milo goes in here, and then if it wants to fall backwards, it just falls on here and then bounces back in. Theoretically. Is that fun, Albert?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of fun. It's pretty hot.
It's probably almost 100 degrees out here, so we're trying to get it done real quick before we dehydrate.
While they're finishing all the final details on the combine, changing the oil, buttoning it all back together, me and him are going to take this little 6-row plow down to Idaloo so we can maybe start plowing some tomorrow. There goes my dad. He's cultivating his Milo. I think it's getting about time we need a rain. Ooh, it got dry. It's working out pretty nice. Pretty dusty though. Like real dusty. So, Cheeto put all these sweeps on the other day. These were the old sweeps that were on the red plow. We've got a set of handy hairs on the back which need to be adjusted a little farther inward right here. We got a gap and we are leaving a little bit of a berm. The plow is definitely wiping out these careless weeds. That's what we're after. Oh yeah. You can see them all rolled up. Got quite a few of them out right around here. Pretty woolly little spot. Bigham Brothers double bar. Now this is a super old Bigham Brothers bar. Right there's the original sticker. We're taking the combine this morning to the John Deere store. They're gonna go ahead and give this thing just a check over, a green light, making sure we're good. I know we got some problems with our fan adjustment over there. They're gonna work on, and they're just gonna put another set of eyes all across this combine and make for sure we're good to go. This thing has a long road ahead of it. We got a lot of Milo planted.
Next day here, running this big plow. I'm checking now to see if I'm getting the weeds. Let's see. This weed right here. Oh yeah. There's another weed right here. Let's see what this one did. Got roots going every which direction, but I think we're gonna get them this time. I think we're just gonna get after it and see if we can get it done.
Dude. We're moving a fertilizer tank. I think that's all the trailer will hold. Let's roll it to the front and see. Oh, it's dirty. I think strap it this way. I think we strap it up against this. The things me and Cheeto get ourselves into. Oh, you're gonna go over it.
Or did you want to go around it?
I have no idea. Yeah, go over it. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, that's a good throw.
Got lucky.
Y'all ready to watch it roll? It's that. There she is. Well, that wasn't very exciting. I hope y'all have enjoyed the video. Thanks, Cheeto, here catching lots of footage this week. I've had a crazy week. It's just been a crazy one. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're interested in farming content right here from West Texas. Remember that the Lord's in control. Wear more cotton. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
See ya.